I got to go to Washington, D.C. to attend Katsucon, so here is the full 3-day vlog all in one video. And yes, Katsucon was almost 6 months ago now, but I finally have had the time to put together this vlog and share it. Katsucon was a lot of firsts for me. It was my first time ever going to a con outside of Toronto, it was my first time traveling all on my own, and it was only the second con I've ever been to, so I was very nervous. Both the walk to my gate and on the plane were strangely long in a way that I've never experienced in an airport before. I actually thought I got lost at one point because I felt like I was walking for 10 minutes and that I was in the back rooms, but I did make it on the plane. And I just so happened to get incredibly lucky and find out that I was sat next to one of my mutuals on the plane, so that just really helped to start off my trip in a really great way and assure me that everything was going to be fine. And soon enough, it was touchdown in DC, where I waited in the airport for a little bit until Nat's plane arrived. But then it was time to meet Nat. I was so excited. Nat and I have not met in person before. This was my first time really meeting a lot of my mutuals in person, and it was incredibly exciting and a little bit scary. Once Nat arrived, we went and got our rental car, we went for some lunch to kill some time before we were able to check into the hotel, did a little bit of sightseeing, we saw a national park. We ran into Nationals Park completely by accident just because of where we parked to get our lunch, but it was really exciting for me because I am a big baseball fan. It was an early morning, so once we got to the hotel, it was nap time.
We are going to go pick up my passes and meet some friends for dinner. Woohoo!
So we did that. I got my pass, I got a first look at the venue, and then I got to try Chili's for the first time and meet more of our friends and hang out for a little bit.
Quarter to 3, and we got back to the hotel, and Nat is ready to conk on the bed, and so am I. That is the end of our first day in DC.
It was a very early next morning, and you can see I'm contemplating whether or not I should be waking up Nat because it's time to get ready.
Day one of the convention, we're already running late because somebody, by somebody I mean me, not Nat, who was ready in like 30 minutes, took overtime to get ready.
After oversleeping.
We are heading to the con now. We stopped at Dunkin'. I have not had Dunkin', so Nat got me this drink from the Super Bowl commercial to try. Dun Kings.
The Dunkin'.
Okay. This is just a bag of bacon. I don't really understand.
It's Dunkin's.
It's just bacon. Like hot. It's like a little bagel. Really hot.
We finally got to the con. It was super busy, but we found our friend Lynn's there. That was super exciting. We got to meet up for a little bit before my first shoot. My first shoot was with one of my good friends, Ryan. It was super cool that my first ever cosplay photo shoot was with one of my mutuals, so that just made me really comfortable with the experience, and I obviously got some amazing photos out of it. Here they are. Ryan's a great photographer. After my shoot with Ryan, we just took a little bit of time outside. The weather was pretty nice, and we kind of needed a break from the chaos inside, and then it was time for my second shoot with Daryl. This was a really fun shoot as well. This is my first time ever doing a night photo shoot, so that was really exciting too. So here's the photos.
We are going home for the day. I finished my last shoot. Ooh. I can't wait to take this wig off.
No, literally.
Can't wait to take these boots off and get Wingstop. I'm gonna try Wingstop, so.
I'd never been to Wingstop before, and I really wanted to try it, so when we met up with Lynn's, we put in an order there, and we kind of just wandered around Target to kill some time.
This is the spread. This is Nat and Lynn's. They're here too. I'm gonna, first time trying Wingstop. Got, what is this? This is the garlic parm, I'm assuming. This is what it looks like. That's good. I'm gonna try it with the ranch though. It's not Wingstop without the ranch.
It's the ranch.
That is so good. Oh my god. I'm fired.
And then it was day 2. I had a shoot with QB in the morning, but I was running a little bit late, so we didn't get any behind the scenes, but here are the beautiful photos that came out of this shoot. And then I did have another shoot later in the day with Ryan, so here's a behind the scenes of how that went. This was a lot of fun. I love this cosplay so much. I was Princess Vivi from One Piece today, and this was my first time ever cosplaying One Piece at a con, ever going to a One Piece meetup, so this was super exciting for me. Vivi was the first cosplay I ever tried making any part of it myself, so I was really excited to show it off, to get to be there. All the One Piece fans that I met at this meetup were incredibly kind, incredibly talented cosplayers, and this was just an overall great experience. Even though it was so windy and cold outside, I was literally freezing.
the end of the day. It's freezing outside. Can you vouch for that?
It's fucking cold.
It's literally freezing. I'm wearing this dress and sandals, and we are ready to go get food and leave the con, come back for the raid later.
When we got back to the hotel, it was immediately wigs off and time to have dinner. Again, another chicken place I'd never had. We decided to get Raising Cane's, so that was kind of exciting for me. I'd seen it a lot on TikTok and wanted to try it.
We are trying canes today. This is what it looked like. This is what Nats look like. Cause it's gone. This is what we're gonna try. It's the chicken.
It's the chicken.
I'm gonna try with the sauce, the famous cane sauce. I know it's gonna fall. Interesting.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good though. It's not bad. We are back from the rave.
What's fun?
Was it fun? It was
fun.
fun. It's sleepy time. It's Wingstop and sleepy
Wingstop.
time.
And finally, day 3 rolls around. I was tired, but that was not going to stop me from getting ready.
The last day of con. We're tired, but we have our Dunkin' and we're gonna get heading on our way.
Today's Dunkin' suggestion from Nat was the avocado toast. It had bacon on top. That was really interesting, unexpected for me, but I did enjoy it. Honestly, all of Nat's recommendations hit. After our last lap around Artist Alley, I had a quick shoot with Ryan, and then it was goodbye to Katsucon for the both of us. Coming into this con, Nat and I had discussed previously that we only wanted to do a half day on the Sunday because neither of us had been to DC before, and we wanted to do some sightseeing, so we took the opportunity to do that. My one thing that I told Nat I wanted to see when we were in DC was the White House. I had no particular reason for that at all. I just figured if we're in DC, the White House is there, so we might as well go see it. And you know what? We had fun. It wasn't all that exciting, but we spent probably too long in the White House gift shop getting silly little stuff for friends, family, and ourselves. We got these matching hats. That was super fun. And then it was time for us to head to meet Lynn's for dinner. We were having K barbecue. I'd never had K barbecue before, so this was super fun. Super cute place, really good food. But then, unfortunately, it was time for us to start our goodbyes.
3 bitches in a parking lot crying.
Oh. You can't see.
I'm just kidding. I love them so much. Okay, camera's off.
After a hard goodbye with Lynn's, Nat and I took a trip to the Capitol Wheel. I love Ferris wheels, and we'd been passing by this one every single day of the con, so I figured, why not go? Nat had never been on a Ferris wheel before. I had not been on one in a long time, so we did get a little bit spooked, but the view was beautiful. We got over it. They played good music for us, and we made it out alive. So that was all fine. Then we were all ready to go to the rave. I'd never been to any sort of anime cosplay rave before, so I didn't think ahead enough to plan out an outfit. So lesson learned for next time. But Nat has a cutesy little maid choso on. That was a great thing to learn from. So I'll be prepared. The rave was interesting. Not really my type of music, but I did have a good time. I was just more than happy to hang out with friends. That's what I came here to do after all, and so we kind of ended up in the lobby for the rest of the night, and it was quite a late night. So many of my friends and mutuals, and I would 100% go back for that experience alone, so hopefully I'm looking forward to traveling more in the future, but that's all from me.